Wike definitely outsmarted the PDP working committee, both national, state, and local government. Let me explain. People have said, oh, Wike should be arrested, Wike should be sacked. It's like people forget that Wike is a lawyer. Like if Wike was not into politics, like he did not veer into politics, him and his wife would have been judges now. Like Wike's wife is a judge. Wike will also have been a judge by now, because as he was practicing, his wife was practicing, he was practicing before he went into politics full time. Now, for Wike to take that kind of appointment, okay, let me tell you guys the backstory so that you understand what this whole matter is about. Wike, you all knew how Wike worked for the president in the last election. It was so bad that Wike decided to work against Peter Obi. You guys saw everything that played out in the presidential election last year. Made things very, very somehow for our election and all that. Hard in the sense that he didn't allow any other party to come in to do anything. So, and also at that time, him and his party member Atiku had issues. He said Atiku did not agree to allow the party to give a particular position to the south. He held on to it and gave it to the north. That the north, they were already holding a particular position. So what they do in the party is that they allow for every region to be represented in the ESCO, so that whatever decision they are taking, everybody will speak for their own people. That's what is obtainable in all of this. When you hear caucus, they have people from different zones, geopolitical zones, senatorial districts like that represented. So after the election, proper, Wike came up, bragged as a governor. He talked about the things he would do, and he has done as a governor, how he's proud of himself, how he got poisoned at some point, how they tried to unalive him, but God brought him back to life, blah, 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 how he was flown out of the country for him to get Medicare and all that. Now, when it was time for Tinubu to form his cabinet, to form this thing, Tinubu had hinted him to say, I want you to come on board to work with me. Remember when Tinubu visited Rivers? Um, Wike sounded as though he was not in support of him. He gave that kind of body language that he wasn't in support of him. But he kept saying that they are going to work against Atiku. Like they were telling Atiku one-on-one, they are going to work against him. So now there's this speculation that a lot of people have come up to say that Wike is doing anti-party business. Remember that anti-party is not something that Wike will want to do. Yeah, especially, in fact, I feel that Wike is very loyal to a PDP. Let me explain. It takes a party you are loyal to constantly say they will sack you or threaten you, and you will still be there and still say you are a bona fide member. And Wike is one person that he will never want to chicken out of any fight. He will never want to say he's going to pull out because somebody said so or whatever the party said so. He will kind of feel cheated. Now, they have asked a chieftain, a PDP chieftain, what's going on? Why is Wike not being penalized? Don't you think this is an anti-party is doing? The man said, no, he's not anti-party, that Wike is very smart. That it's not anti-party because Wike has written to the PDP in his state, the PDP National Working Committee, PDP in his local government. He followed all due process. And at the end of the day, Wike was in the National Working Committee, did not give him a feedback. But the state governor, which is Fobara, asked him to go ahead. Because that's what he said in the interview he had. So he went ahead. So I'm surprised that some people are saying they didn't even know Wike followed due process. He said it that day on his interview with Sheun Okinbaloye that he did due process. So that if you say that, if because he did due process, some of the PDP people are saying, okay, it's the fault of Mr. President, that it's Mr. President that took Wike to go and put him in APC government. I want to believe that they said it was because they wanted to form national unity government. That's what they wanted to form, where they'll pick people from all walks of life, people from different parties who are, very intelligent, smart, and have something to offer, to put them in the same place, which they did. Well, even though Wike had not supported his party in the way he should, because he was against their flag bearer, I feel that was a different thing entirely, because him and the flag bearer had their own squabbles before the general election, and even when their flag bearer was visiting other states, he didn't come to his own area. So they both have their own differences. But what I want to say is that people should try to always have follow due process, so that, like for example, now if you are contesting to become a governor, or you are contesting and you are leaving a party, one party, party A to party B, ensure that you go to that party, write to them that you are leaving them. After writing to them that you are leaving, now write to the new party you are joining that you have relinquished all the other districts and you are with them, this other party now. This is what you want to do. Remember that letter you are sending into your former party. Have a copy of that letter. Acknowledged receipt from the other people. Signed. The reason is this: so that when you win an election in the other party, or subsequently you win an election, they will not say you did not resign openly, because for you to have collected membership card, it showed that you and you signed it, your passport is there, and you pay the dues. It means that you have accepted to the rules and regulations of that party. So for Wike now to have accepted to the rules and regulations, and when he was done, he went to the party, he didn't resign, he wrote to them, and his governor said, go ahead. The National Working Committee did not respond. And you all know what it means when someone keeps quiet. Sometimes being quiet means approval for something you get. So Wike left. I know that a lot of people may not agree with Wike, but you guys know he's a working person. Like he likes to work. He likes to do the work. So it's somebody that likes to do the work. We can't take that away from Wike. Not at all. So whatever it is that is the problem, the party needs to sit down and strategize, because you guys know how Tinubu came into power. You know how Buhari came into power. It was because they met some parties, they came together, they formed a consensus, and they decided to bring out who they wanted to lead them, even though the person disappointed them, which is the person of Buhari. And then Buhari giving us Tinubu, it was a continuation of that same failure, that failed system. So at the end of the day, everybody is complaining. Do you understand? And it will even amuse you to hear that Tinubu said when he leaves the government, we will miss him. He knows that when he was leaving, he knew the person he brought in now. Do you understand? He knew the person he brought in. So if he's saying that they will miss him, then he knows why he's saying that. Because he understands better. Nobody is missing him. Nobody will miss Buhari. Nobody. The only person we are missing right now is, and we apologize to him, is Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, because that man had economic policies that he had, great technocrats, people who knew what they were doing in his cabinet. He brought great minds to the table, and they had something to offer, and the economy was moving. At that time, the Minister of Finance will come out and say, if we don't do this will happen between now and September. And gradually, we were able to still buy bags of rice, even though some African countries are laughing that we eat only rice. Is that what you know? Which means you don't even know anything about Nigeria if you think it's only rice we eat. Let us read what people said on the comment section. Somebody said, but why are politicians called honorable when people like Wike are there? He's a honorable now. This person say APC and PDP are the same thing. If any of them has same opportunity joining corrupt government as Wike did, they will as well join Nigerian political. He said they are all Nigerian politicians. This one say thank you for the information. This one say interesting. The next person say no wonder. The difference is that he's going overboard to undo his party with some sinister activity. The truth is that now, even if you take Wike, you sack him, you can't sack him because he has written to you. So their hands are tied. Now they say it's Tinubu that is the problem. How is Tinubu the problem? Shebi, he did not force Wike to become minister now. He gave him an opportunity, and he went back. He told him to hold on, let him speak to his people. And he came back to his people. And the state and local government gave him the go-ahead. The National Working Committee did not say any word. So they were indifferent and they kept quiet. If they had told him, okay, Wike, don't do it, he wouldn't have done it. And he said it that day in his interview. So sometimes, no matter how much we don't like somebody, let us always speak the truth when we see one. Do you get? This person said, this party, this person said, I think writing to PDP is not the problem. The process that led to him being appointed is the issue. What process are you talking about? This person say, but why are politicians called honorable? Okay, we read that. This was APC and they are the same thing. They are the same thing, but we need parties to thrive. We pray that one day a good man will come out and lead this country for good.